Year 1. Your site could be greenfield or an existing site where a team from the previous AMP will be tendering, identifying current problems and future threats across a time period of up to 5 years. As you enter Year 1 of your AMP cycle, we will have already spent over 12 months networking, retaining, and engaging project managers and design directors that have a full scope of the framework and possess the competencies to tackle your site's unique challenges. While you're working on a project plan to rectify or improve works from the previous AMP cycle, you'll have another team working on the current cycle requirements. Your project managers will be on-site across various plant project schemes and have a view on travel and management needs. Supported by the project design manager, who is possibly working across multiple plants, these professionals are key to an efficient, cost-effective, and timely start. With the critical nature of work, recruiting the right people into these roles is essential. Those with the flexibility, safety knowledge, and the right networks to secure cost-effective capital and materials are in high demand. Working to swiftly secure them before your competitors is a multi-layered and often intensive process. While we are working towards immediate requirements, we will also be managing campaigns to support your project planners with personnel needs for the P6 design roadmap. It is not uncommon for Geotech and Network Engineers or managers we place to uncover issues as part of their investigation. Here, our engineers and diversion managers can be deployed to interpret legacy blueprints, assess pipework, or electrical and mechanical infrastructure to provide swift solutions. Year 2. You and your team will be ready to dig in or build up, maintaining roadmap progression. In previous cycles, we have seen issues occur which have resulted in the project being held back, putting the entire scheme behind. Racing to meet deadlines whilst struggling to stay cost-efficient and mindful of contingency budgets. Our team, working in tandem with your project needs, will have proactively built a shortlist of project design leads and site engineers across the country that can move quickly. You can now replan, and site managers will ensure standards are maintained, staff are accredited, and uphold general compliance across the site and subcontractors. If your organisation hires site agents too, they are likely to be supporting site managers with pressure management schemes, auditing, and client liaison to ensure quality deliverables. At this stage of the project, we are preparing mechanical, electrical, process, civil, construction, M&D, MEICA engineers to ensure the viability of point-to-point connections. These professionals are accredited, highly respected by industry design teams, and rarely out of work. When they do seek a new opportunity, they choose us to exclusively represent them, enabling quick and efficient turnaround times. Years 3 and 4. Your advancing infrastructure or non-infrastructure scheme is progressing well, laying foundations and geographical lineup. It is likely you'll be at the highest volume of personnel across a variety of competencies, seniority, and possibly geography. We understand that your priorities at this stage are efficient delivery, retention of staff, quality, health and safety compliance, and financial commitment. Our blue-collar workers, such as diggers, pipe fitters, welders, electrical technicians, panel fitters, and mechanical assemblers, are reliable, punctual, and trusted in the industry. To limit movement within your workforce and mitigate turnover, we take 2 approaches. Firstly, contract management. We keep in close contact with our contractors to monitor satisfaction rates. Equally, communication within these networks allows us to identify dissatisfaction in competitor sites, which can result in acquiring high-volume talent from a competitor. Secondly, macro-environmental analysis. We proactively keep an ear to the ground, feeding back to our clients on workforce trends, shifts in competitor rates, and general news that could impact staff retention. Moving towards the end of Year 4, there will be overlapping priorities where the teams from the previous AMP are looking at new technologies and efficiencies to improve on what is being completed. A key benefit to our clients at this stage is our ability to manage various personnel requirements for multiple project needs. Having the inside knowledge of which contractors completed previous AMP projects saves you time to onboard and recap. Year 5. This is what you have been working towards: delivering clean, safe water to the communities you serve and disposing of wastewater through efficient, innovative, and ever-advancing techniques. While much of the work has been completed, it is now down to the site commissioning managers and teams of commissioning engineers to test the site operations and ensure water is safe to drink and put back into main lines or reservoirs. Through conducting SAT checks, chemical and operational tests, the hope is that your assets are operating as expected, health and safety standards are achieved, and environmental impact to standards and recommendations for adjustments are made clear. If results are not as expected, capitals are not operating as per specification, or there is a chemical imbalance, the process chemical engineers will need to liaise with the relevant teams to rectify the problem with urgency. Here, we can deploy full teams that, across their skill set, can identify, solve, and deliver on unexpected problems.